Ibuki, your plan is to be aggressive. Get into the opponent's face and score a hard knockdown to start her mix-up vortex. You want to keep control of the match as Ibuki is really bad at handling pressure. Score a knockdown and the round is most likely yours. Lose control of the match and you will most likely be on the losing end. Once you scored a knockdown, your objective is to set up another one. Ibuki specializes at causing confusion and can lead to your opponent getting mindfucked, giving you the momentum into the following round. The use of her super jump cancel is important, although not nearly to the extent of Sea Viper. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's begin with some very simple bread and butter combos.
I'm ready for anything!
In my opinion, Ibuki has the easiest bread and butters in the game. This does not even include her easy to use target combos. Let's start simple. You can run your entire game with one hit confirm tool. Target combo number 4. Light punch followed by medium punch, ended by heavy punch. This simple sequence does not really need to be timed and can be pretty much mashed out. A very good hit confirm tool. You'll still want to learn a basic link as it does not get more basic than this. Although some characters might want to or need to link two attacks that require precise timing, we won't need to. Although Ibuki does have one, we're going to play very simple to learn the character. The link you probably see 99% of Ibuki users use is a simple 2 crouching jabs, then a standing jab, followed by a standing medium kick. This requires very little execution and is pretty easy to hit confirm. Want more damage? Remove one of the crouching light punches. You will need to learn when to use 2 crouching light punches or 1, as depending on the distance you will be pushed out of range of the standing medium kick, and it will whiff. Her harder basic link is the one that the trials make you use. Crouching light kick then crouching light punch. In Super this link was much harder, but now in Arcade Edition it was made much easier and thus should be by all means mastered. With this one we will combine some jabs with a target combo. Crouching jab followed by standing light kick, standing medium kick target combo. You can also add a second jab if you feel uncomfortable hit confirming with only one jab. Note that you can substitute all the crouching jabs for crouching light kicks in all of these combos, although if you add 2 crouching light kicks it makes the combo much harder, so stick to one if you don't feel confident. But by all means learn the link to crouching light kick to crouching light punch. A crouching light punch can be blocked standing, but a crouching light kick has to be blocked low. This will make your mix-up game much stronger in the long run, and open up a lot of new games you can play with your training dummy, that is your opponent. Since your goal is to score a hard knockdown, you'll be looking for the best move to suit the situation. A move such as Radio will score you a hard knockdown, but it will send the opponent flying across the stage. So a move like that might be reserved for when you're close to the corner or actually in the corner. Her spin kicks can cause a hard knockdown and act pretty much as a sweep, and your opponent will end up right in front of you. The neck breaker is really the absolute best option, as it will place you at the perfect distance to start your shenanigans. Of course it's so horrible on block, you want to refrain from ever using it without being hit confirmed with one of the fancy combos you saw beforehand. Ibuki has tons of anti-air tools at her disposal, so much so it can be hard to choose which one is the best. The answer is simple: men, or put more simply, back medium punch. This is fast, it can hit twice, not to mention it can be cancelled into dash. If you have seen high level Ibuki players, you might see where I'm going with this, but we'll get back to that in just a little bit. Her other tools are crouching heavy punch, slow but can be effective, standing heavy kick can also be cancelled out of, and her dragon punch, up kicks. This should be used sparingly unless it's the EX version, as it is slow and pretty crappy priority. It will trade a lot of the time. The EX version has some invincibility frames that will allow you to use it as a wake up option. Other than that, the normal is in no way a wake up option, and most likely not a great anti-air. Also, don't forget her air throw, great priority, and it will make sure to tell all those players that like to jump all day to stay on the ground and leave your airspace alone. Now, the great thing about Ibuki's back medium punch is that it can be cancelled out of the first hit. So if you're quick to react, or even if you're slower and you can't actually land it all the time, you can still cause some great mix-ups after the anti-air. A well-placed dash will actually score you a chance to juggle the opponent. Although this is quite difficult to do, once you do it, you can actually score some extra damage off the fact that they jumped at you, and or score a nice chance for a mix-up. If your execution is not to the point where you can pull this off, don't fret. Dash after you're done hitting the opponent and you can start a mix-up either way. A few ways to get around fireballs are available to Ibuki. First is the common one, you can focus your way to the baddie. Then there's the obvious jump, but no need to show that. Then we get into her character specific moves to help her get in. First we have her forward medium kick, gets her safely over fireballs. Next up we have her slide that gets her safely under fireballs. And finally we have the EX neck breaker that basically breaks her neck for shooting hot plasma at you like a bunch of assholes. Now that we know how to get in, we know how to protect the sky from assholes, and we know some basic combos, let's learn what makes Ibuki so special. The Vortex. Basically, once she gets a knockdown, your opponent will become your bitch unless they guess right. This is where you can start toying with super jump distances, normal jump distances, dashes, and other shenanigans to mix up your game. The key is to never do the same thing twice and to be as random as possible so your opponent will never guess which way you're coming from. Let's start with the most basic of basic vortex setups. Land a neck breaker or sweep. Once the opponent is down, jump, throw kunai while you're above them, and if done right, you will land on the other side. The special thing about this is if done very well, you won't really know what side to block on, as she'll be right above their head and could be registered as behind them or in front of them. Once you land, throw out a target combo or a link to make sure you hit them. If they block, you can stop your hit string and start looking for another way to knock them down. If they don't block the kunai, you're free to repeat the process over and over again. Keep in mind that if the kunai is not thrown properly, they will recover before you even hit the ground and you can eat a big punishing combo. Keep practicing that kunai throw to make sure it's perfect every time. Using target combo 6 and 8 will cause the character to be launched as a reset. The idea here is to command dash under them, although you can do quite a few more things, such as jump to catch them as they land, or do a neck breaker to either hit them or catch them with another combo. Using the light version of neck breaker can lead to a fantastic setup for Ultra 1 as it'll leave Ibuki at point blank range from the opponent. Next is a simple combo into command dash. Since Ibuki has 3 levels of command dash, you can use them to trick the opponent. Train them to think that you want to go behind them, then just end up in front. And finally, learning to super jump cancel into Ultra 2. Tons of players struggle with this, and it may be because they don't know how to practice it the easy way. Let's go back to target combo 4 and how easy it is to pull off. If you notice, you can super jump cancel out of it, meaning you can link into the Ultra. This is the easiest way of learning the timing for the super jump cancel, but there are also another few ways to pull it off. The key to doing the cancel properly is to finish the Ultra motion in the upper up forward position. With target combo 4, try to make it so that you finish the motion as Ibuki hits her final hit. Keep practicing and eventually you'll start getting the timing down and it'll become easier and easier. You can also cancel into super from target combo 4, but keep in mind that the timing is different as the super can only be used in the air. Learn to time the super jump cancel into Ultra 2. Once you have the hang of it, the key is to wait just a bit longer so she can actually jump into the air and you can cancel it really low. Remember that you have to use the heavy punch version of the super or else the opponent will get pushed out of the way. Alright, that's pretty much all I have for you now. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something. If I forgot something, please leave it in the comments below, and maybe I'll get to it another day. Thanks so much.